Why do we write anything? Whether it's a quick text message, a heartfelt note, or a professional email, the main goal is to transfer information from our minds to the readers. This principle is essential when it comes to writing an IELTS essay. Today, we're diving into the 4 fundamental rules that will help you excel in any IELTS essay. Welcome back. If you're preparing for the IELTS and want to master the art of essay writing, you've come to the right place. Let's break down the 4 crucial rules that will guide you through crafting an impressive essay. Rule 1. Understand the purpose of an essay. The first fundamental rule is to understand the purpose of an essay. The essence of writing an IELTS essay is clearly and directly answering the question. Your aim isn't to dazzle with complex vocabulary or intricate sentence structures, but to communicate your ideas straightforwardly. For instance, if you're given the question, some people believe that university students should volunteer to benefit the community. Do you agree or disagree? Your first step is paraphrasing the question. You might rephrase it as, there is a belief that university students should engage in community service. What is your stance on this? Next, clearly state your position. For example, you could write, I disagree with this notion because students already have demanding academic schedules and often need to work to support themselves financially. Follow this by explaining your reasons. You might add, many students are overwhelmed with their coursework and part-time jobs. For instance, a student majoring in engineering might need extra time to complete complex assignments and study for exams. By focusing on directly addressing the question and supporting your stance with relevant reasons, you ensure clarity and relevance in your essay. Rule 2. Structure your main body. The second rule is to structure your main body paragraphs effectively. The body of your essay is where you develop your argument in detail. Organize your paragraphs to support your thesis statement clearly. Consider a different question. It is widely believed that transportation is the main source of pollution. While some believe governments should address this, others think it is the responsibility of individuals. Discuss both views and give your opinion. Begin with a clear introduction that paraphrases the question and states your opinion. For example, you might write, transportation is often cited as a major pollution source. Governments could take action, but some argue individuals should be responsible. In the first body paragraph, discuss the first view. Governments should address transportation-related pollution. Explain this view by saying, governments have the power to implement regulations and promote green technologies. Provide an example such as, for example, countries like Norway have introduced policies to encourage electric vehicles, significantly reducing emissions. In the second body paragraph, discuss the alternative view. Individuals should take responsibility for their own environmental impact. Explain this perspective by noting, people can choose more sustainable modes of transport, like cycling or using public transit. Illustrate with an example. In cities like Copenhagen, many residents choose biking over driving, which helps lower pollution levels. Finally, present your own opinion and a balanced view in the third body paragraph. While individual actions are important, government policies can amplify these efforts. Explain that both levels of responsibility are crucial for effective pollution control, and provide an example of how a combination of individual efforts and government policies can lead to a more sustainable future, as seen in cities with comprehensive green initiatives. By using this clear structure, you ensure that each part of your essay is well organized and directly addresses the question. Rule 3. Craft a strong conclusion. The third rule is to craft a strong conclusion. Your conclusion should effectively summarize the key points of your essay and restate your main opinion. It should provide closure and reinforce the arguments you've made throughout the body paragraphs. Start by restating your thesis in a clear and concise manner. For example, in conclusion, while individual actions are essential in reducing pollution, government intervention plays a significant role in driving systemic change. Then, briefly recap the main arguments from your body paragraphs. You might write, government regulations can promote green technologies, and individual choices like using public transport can further reduce pollution. End with a final thought or call to action. For instance, to achieve significant environmental improvements, a collaborative approach involving both government and individuals is necessary. A well-crafted conclusion ensures that your essay feels complete and reinforces your argument. leaving a lasting impression on the reader. Rule 4. Keep it simple. Finally, rule number 4 is to keep it simple. Simplicity is key to a high-scoring essay. Avoid overcomplicating your ideas or using convoluted language. Instead, focus on straightforward answers and clear explanations. When you encounter a question, choose simple, direct ideas rather than trying to impress with complex concepts. For example, if asked about the role of technology in education, you might discuss how it enhances learning through interactive tools and resources rather than delving into intricate technical details. Use clear, everyday language instead of jargon. For instance, instead of saying technological advancements, use new technology or tech tools. Organize your thoughts using a basic structure: main point, explanation, and example. This approach keeps your essay clear and focused. By adhering to simplicity, you make your essay more accessible and easier for the examiner to follow. Before we wrap up, let's discuss time management. The essay acceleration system can help you stay on track. By understanding the purpose of your introduction and using it as a roadmap, you avoid confusion and manage your time effectively. Remember, many students falter by neglecting the conclusion. Follow the law professor's secret hack. Read the introduction and conclusion of academic texts to see how they summarize content. Apply this technique to your essays for a strong conclusion. If you face an unfamiliar topic, stick to simple ideas and straightforward language. This approach prevents confusion and helps you write a clear, well-organized essay. Tackling unfamiliar topics. Let's add some easy strategies to help you handle unfamiliar topics and manage your time well in the IELTS writing test. It can feel scary to face a question you haven't seen before, but there are ways to deal with it. First, focus on simple ideas. If the topic is new or unfamiliar, don't try to make your answer too complicated. Stick to basic points you can explain clearly. For example, if the question is about space exploration and you don't know much about it, you could talk about simple ideas like curiosity or human progress. Explain why these are important rather than going into too much detail about space technology. Second, use a basic structure. Follow the usual essay layout: introduction, body paragraphs, and conclusion. This keeps your thoughts organized and makes it easier for the examiner to understand your answer. Be sure to clearly state your main idea in the introduction and connect all your points back to it in the rest of the essay. Lastly, practice managing your time. Spend a few minutes planning before you start writing. Stick to a time limit for each part. About 5 minutes for the introduction, 15 minutes for the body, and 5 minutes for the conclusion. This will help you finish on time and cover all parts of the essay. That wraps up our deep dive into the 4 fundamental rules for answering any IELTS essay. We've explored how understanding the purpose of your essay, structuring your main body, crafting a strong conclusion, and keeping it simple can set you on the path to success. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for more IELTS tips and strategies. If you have any questions or need further clarification, drop a comment below. I'd love to hear from you and help out. Thanks for watching, and best of luck with your IELTS preparation. Until next time, keep writing and stay focused.